Did y'all hear what Maine's farmers did last week? Suffice it to say, they are pissed and they are not taking what the Trump regime is doing lying down. Here's a little clip from in front of the Maine State House in Augusta, Maine on April 16th. Kevin Miller from Maine Public Radio covered the event. The title of his article is Maine Farmers Call on USDA to Restore Funds and Staff. Farmers rallied in Augusta Wednesday to protest funding cuts, contract suspensions, and staff layoffs at the USDA that they say threaten the livelihood of Maine's small farms. The event came just days after the Trump administration regime canceled another program that was slated to provide millions of dollars to help make Maine farms more resilient to the changing climate. Now, I reported on this quite a while ago. Conservative farmers all across America are facing the loss of grants and funding that were not necessarily coming from places that you would expect from the Department of Energy, for example. All kinds of grants that help make their farms more resilient, more environmentally responsible, and provided lots of funding for infrastructure and operations that they really need. And they didn't think that when Trump talked about gutting the federal government, that he was going to cut off the funding to them. And farmers all across this country, especially small farms, are hurting really bad as a result. And we could talk about how that's part of Trump's plan to put small family farms out of business so they sell their land to mega corporations, because that absolutely is part of the plan. But I want to get back to the article here. The rally began with a rare sight, at least for Augusta. More than a dozen tractors of all sizes, ages, plus other farm vehicles were rumbling down the streets surrounding the Maine State House. Rally-goers then gathered outside of the building to hear from farmers upset about the recent changes as part of President Trump's cost-cutting and reprioritizing. We don't need to add more reasons why farmers don't make it, said Seth Yentes of North Branch Farm, an organic beef and produce operation in Monroe. Our government needs to stop supporting billionaires and start supporting farmers. The event was led by the Maine Organic Farmers and Gardeners Association. MOFGA Executive Director Sarah Alexander said Maine has lost $4 million to purchase food from local farms for schools and for food banks. I talked about this at length when this story broke several weeks ago, but a lot of my work is around resilient local food economies, and I was absolutely devastated when Trump cut off funding for programs that took our tax dollars and used it to buy food from local folks right in our community, small family farms, take that produce, take that food to the schools, and cook the meals, local, nutritious, healthy, organic meals fed to America's school children. We need more of those kinds of programs. That is the kind of stuff our tax dollars should be funding. If we have hungry children who need to be fed, and that is an obligation that we have as a society, why not use those taxpayer dollars and support small family farms and give those kids a rich, varied, nutritious diet? And those programs are just like a tiny, tiny little drop in the federal budget. But what a huge impact it had in the lives of small family farms and of hungry school children. Those have all been cut so that more money can go straight into the pockets of Elon Musk. More of our taxpayer money. Our taxpayer money. That is our money. It is meant to serve the public good. And now it is all going to billionaires. Okay, back to the article. Alexander also said the Trump regime is holding up to $12 million worth of contracts that have already been approved by the USDA's Natural Resources Conservation Service. The cuts to USDA staff in every Maine county have been at least 20% of the workforce, Alexander said, eliciting boos from the crowd. This is not okay. Some funding was frozen but later released, and other contracts appear to have been paused, but they're not yet officially canceled. But earlier this week, the USDA did cancel a grant program to encourage more climate-friendly farming techniques. God forbid we make our farms more resilient. Maine projects were slated to receive $3 million from the Partnerships for Climate Smart Commodities program. The Trump administration dubbed it a, quote, Biden-era climate slush fund that spent far too much overhead, although the USDA said some grant recipients may still receive money if enough money is slated to go to farmers. It wasn't a slush fund. And $3 million, I know that seems like a lot to you or me, but when it comes to the federal budget, that's absolutely nothing. And it would have had real substantive impacts in the lives of the people who grow our food. I'm sorry, I'm getting angry about it, but fucking with our farmers and with hungry children so that billionaires can get richer, that's something that we should all get angry about. I'm going to read you a quote here. It's from Brooke Rollins, who is the USDA secretary. Keep in mind, she's the same person who said if eggs are so expensive, we should just all start keeping chickens. Wouldn't that be great? Every American can just get chickens. All of the millions, hundreds of millions of people who live in apartments. We shouldn't complain about egg prices being sky high. We should all just start keeping chickens. Speaking as somebody who has kept chickens and ducks for many, many years, that was an unbelievably insensitive and stupid thing to say. So with that in mind, let's listen to what the USDA Secretary Brooke Rollins has to say. The Partnerships for Climate Smart Commodities initiative was largely built to advance the Green New Scam at the benefit of NGOs, not American farmers. That's patently false. She went on to say the concerns of farmers took a back seat during the Biden administration. Again, outright lie. During my short time as secretary, I have heard directly from our farmers that many of the USDA partnerships are overburdened by red tape, have ambiguous goals, and require complex reporting that pushes farmers into the sidelines. We are correcting these mistakes by what? Taking away the funding and giving it to billionaires? We are redirecting our efforts to set up farmers for an unprecedented era of prosperity. You mean drive them out of business so they have to sell their small family farms to big ag? That's who you want to have unprecedented prosperity. Giant mega corporations, the super rich. I'm sorry, Brooke Rollins, you're full of shit. All right. But Alyssa Adkins of Farthest Field Farm in Freeport said USDA grants like the Smart Climate Program helped her and her partners start to build a farm better able to weather Maine's changing climate. The Climate Smart Commodities Grant was a lifesaver in this respect, Adkins said. It helped with these crucial supplies in our second growing season, and we had been counting on it in our third and beyond, especially as we lost our off-farm income. A lot of America's small family farms, they have to work off-farm in order to keep their farms going, especially as they're really building their business. And yet we're seeing workers losing their jobs all over the place. And we should be aware of how many people are losing income that they needed to keep their farm going so that they could grow food to feed their community. Just yesterday, our so-called president made a statement that America will take care of its farmers. How? And help those affected by his ridiculous, poorly managed tariff war, said Steve Sinisi, who runs Old Crow Ranch, a livestock farm in Durham. Funny how taxpayers can bail out large monocrop CAFO corporate farms that already receive subsidies. But as small farmers of America, we have to fight our own government to get the funding already approved by Congress for programs that have been around and used efficiently for decades. This is a really important point here. Congress has already allocated those funds. Trump not paying money that Congress has already allocated, that's illegal. He is violating the separation of powers, usurping the authority of Congress to allocate funds. Later in the program, Sinisi presented Democratic Congresswoman Shelley Pingree with a 5-gallon bucket containing hog manure, although he used a different word than manure. I told Ms. Pingree, when she's ready, I'm ready. The spreaders go to Washington. Pingree, an organic farmer who sits on the House Agriculture Committee, has herself joked about inviting farmers to dump manure on the steps of the U.S. Capitol in response to the changes at the USDA. That's something that French farmers do when they're pissed off about their funding being cut. She laughed about the symbolic gift of the 5-gallon bucket of manure before launching into her own criticism of Trump, his tariffs, DOGE, and the recent cuts. Pingree asked, what's wrong with this administration? To say they believe in family farms, that they believe in the process and what we've got going on here, but then to break these contracts? The other 3 members of Maine's congressional delegation, Democratic Rep. Jared Golden, although he doesn't know how to hold the line and repeatedly votes with Republicans, Republican Senator Susan Collins, who acts like a moderate and that she's unhappy with the things Trump is doing, but then she votes in line with all of his reprehensible policies, and Independent Senator Angus King, have all criticized cuts to the USDA programs in Maine. Cool, Susan Collins, if you are so opposed to what Trump is doing to your state, to the farmers in your state, why do you repeatedly vote in line with him, with what he wants? Why don't you break away and do what's right by your state, by the Constitution? You can say you don't like the funding cuts, but then you vote for them. You voted to approve Brooke Rollins as the USDA secretary. So are you for Mainers or are you a maggot? Are you for your state? Are you for the Constitution? Are you for farmers? Are you for democracy? Because from your voting record, it looks like you're a collaborator with fascism, and you are voting to take away the funding for small farmers in your state. You are voting to undermine democracy and to cost farmers in Maine their jobs. So what's it going to be, Susan Collins? And to all the farmers in Maine and anywhere else, you should be taking your Republican reps to task. They are destroying America's family farms. so that billionaires can get rich. That's it. It's as simple as that.